Number 4, Coleman Carey. Number 6, Liam Elliott. Number 7, Brody Stashniak. Number 8, Sebastian Simonson. Number 9, Cole Stashniak. Number 10, Kyler Chef Andrews. Number 12, Dave Beanon. Number 14, Graham Dickin. Number 15, Jaden Wibbs. Number 16, Christian Lanthier. Number 17, Josh DeWart. Number 19, Luke Royer. Number 20, Levi Wolney. Number 21, Max Janusik. Number 22, Brendan Offerchuk. Number 23, Miller Scrimshaw. Number 32, Lachlan Gordon. Number 39, Caden Flett. Number 42, Rex Wolney. Number 77, Caden Gelka. Number 88, Liam Pennick. Number 91, Adam Wellner-Bate. Number 30, Lucas Bajek. And number 50, Carson Wells. Time now to meet your Poco Saints. Number 1, Grayson Beggs. Number 2, Ethan Self. Number 3, Bailey Newton. Number 4, Nolan Ross. Number 6, Eric Dozie. Number 7, Cole Newton. Number 8, Jackson Smith. Number 9, Brandon Woodward. Number 10, Levi Tui. Number 12, Riley Learn. Number 15, Jarek Manzik. Number 17, Tyler Learn. Number 18, Scott McLeod. Number 19, Kalen Mander. Number 20, Nathan Miller. Number 21, Austin Taggart. Number 23, Brendan Murray. Number 44, Josh Yackney. Number 48, Aiden McDonald. And number 88, Colby Highland. Let's give it up for your teams, ladies and gentlemen. The battle of the 2-0s tonight. All lacrosse fans, the Founders Cup would like to respect and acknowledge that today's game is taking place in the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation, which lies within the shared territories of the Tsleil-Waututh, Katzie, Musqueam, Kakit, Squamish, and Stolo nations. We thank the Coquitlam First Nation who continue to live in these lands and care for them, along with the waters and all that is above and below. At this time, please rise, remove your headgear, and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well, you heard it right there, folks. It's the matchup we've all been waiting for. The battle between the two remaining perfect teams is the Edmonton Warriors facing the home team, Poco Saints, in a matchup we've been waiting for all day long. Welcome to BC Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. Tino Farah here, your voice. Cameraman extraordinaire George Parra to my left, and we are fired up for what looks to be a massive game, an incredible game going down in the John Bailey Arena. And let's get you some starting goaltenders here, shall we? For the first time since their first game of the tournament, Grayson Beggs makes his return in between the pipes. Was there for their first win, an 18-14 win on day number 1 of the Founders Cup tournament, and he looks to do more of the same, which is backstop his team to another perfect evening of lacrosse. Meanwhile, it's the big man himself in Carson Wells. I always say standing tall when I'm talking about goaltenders, but quite literally, Carson Wells standing tall. George, if I had to guess, I would say probably 6'3", maybe 6'4". Without a doubt, the tallest goaltender here throughout the tournament. And he also hopes to backstop his team towards a continued perfect run. We are underway here. The opening faceoff goes the way of the Warriors, and they'll go straight into the offensive zone. Incredibly high scoring, high event lacrosse from both these teams so far. Over 14 goals scored in both of these teams' opening 2 games. The first pass off the mark, and no save necessary early here for Beggs. He awaits his first touch of the ball as Poco goes the other way. Here's Kalen Mander. Quick up to Brendan Murray. He leads his team in scoring through the opening 2 games. 13 points, 4 of them being goals, and he gets number 5. Brendan Murray opens the scoring. The hottest stick for the Poco Saints, and he strikes quickly. Less than a minute in, 52 seconds to be exact. Brendan Murray fires that one home on their first shot of the game. What a start for the Poco Saints. Brendan Murray must have heard me talking about his goal totals throughout this tournament thus far. So he'll watch on as his defensive teammates get back out onto the floor now. Bobbled pass. And that'll go out of play. Last touching a Poco stick. Brandon Woodward putting in the pressure. Fresh 30 now for Edmonton. Sebastian Simonson as it returned to him. Now near side feed as they start their motion. And they'll keep it on the near side. Royer comes over top. Gets a shot off and a save there by Beggs. His first test is into his midsection. Speaking of hot sticks, Ben Royer equaling the point totals of Brendan Murray. 13 points. 7 of those being goals for the man wearing 0 for the Warriors. Collision, now a delayed call coming up against Edmonton. Stosey surveys. Here's Riley Learn. Nolan Ross comes in, 6-on-5. Poco gets the shot off, and falling into the Edmonton goal was Jared Masnick. He'll get back to his feet, and his power play will get on to the floor. And this Poco power play is brought to you by Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing designs, and sublimated team uniforms. Now offering 10 Spanish flags, decal signs, and so much more. Check them out online, Extreme Threads. So will be Riley Learn starting off this power play here, running the point. He looks for a shooting lane, pass to the crease. Ross puts that off of Wells and into the corner. Now Masnick to the point. Learn fakes the backhand flip. Murray shot saved by Wells. Rebound up for grabs. Goes behind the net. Grabbed by Eric Dozy. And he draws another penalty. We're going to get a 5-on-3 action here. Beggs gets onto the bench. It'll be Aiden McDonald joining the offense. So he goes straight through to the middle of the floor, parking himself on the crease. They go over the one-timer. A great save by Wells. And that'll give us a whistle. Now a 5-on-3 early into the game, as going off to the sin bin here is Cole Stashniak. And now this 5-on-3 advantage is brought to you by Metro Ford. Are you ready for a new ride? Metro Ford of Port Coquitlam has you covered. Check out our huge selection of quality vehicles and experience the Metro difference. So Mander's going to play safety here near the center line. Murray had the pass sent over to him. Don't think he was quite expecting it as it deflects off his body, and Edmonton pushes over center. Nolan Ross applies the back pressure, as does Mander. Murray reaching for it, picks off that pass, and here he goes the other way. A 3-on-1. Ross gets the pass, shoots and scores! A fast break opportunity on the power play ends up in the back of the Warriors' net. Nolan Ross rips that one home to make it 2-0 in favor of Poco. Apologies for the scoreboard. I realize it does say 2-1. Currently nothing I can do about it as it is on the score sheet. There you go, it's fixed. They fix it up there on the scoreboard. Thank you, nameless person who texted me. But we are back, ready to go here. Nolan Ross with the latest goal on the power play, and Poco will remain on the power play, 5-on-4. Face-off violation. And Edmonton grabs, at least for a moment, down on the floor. Can't quite see who it is. But Woodward grabs possession and spins away through to the middle. Mander onto the bench, replaced by Learn. He runs quarterback here on this set. Now Dozy up top. Yakni. Return to Learn. Backhand flip. Aiden McDonald scores! The offense has come to play in the Founders for the Poco Saints. And why would it be any different in their third game? Aiden McDonald cashes in, grabbing his 4th of the tournament. Another one on the power play. Both Poco and Edmonton came into this game with the same amount of power plays at 16. Poco just slightly better, at 63%, and now they're perfect in the game so far, 2 for 2. As it's now 3-0, less than 5 minutes into the game. Opportunity now for Edmonton to try to answer right back as we go back to 5-on-5 action. Block shot goes to the corner, still 10 to shoot. Loose ball gets deflected and grabbed in the corner. Back to the point. Sidearm rip goes wide. Kalen Mander is going to chase this one down as the shot clock expires. He'll peel back. Get his offense back out. Here's the Poco captain. And Austin Taggart starting off this possession. Aiden McDonald right back out there. Takes another shot and a low save by Wells. Deflects off his left foot and out of play. Fresh 30 for the Saints. So Murray back out there as well. Takes a shot. Saved by Wells. He'll collect the rebound this time. Quick up. Streaking down the floor is Dane Menon. He's got one defender in front of him. Sidesteps him, ends up on his wrong side, so he'll circle back as the offense gets on. Waiting for this is Ben Royer. Luke Royer out there as well. Spinning away here is Simonson. To the perimeter, and they answer back! That's the response that the Warriors needed as they step into a heavy one from downtown. Max Janicek gets into the fun here and cuts the lead back to 2. Just registered at 2 shots on goal so far. Not sure how accurate that is, but that is a incredible shooting percentage here through the early stages. 3-1, Poco leads. 5.5 minutes into the game here. A game that we've all been waiting for, a battle between the two 2-0 teams. Only one will leave this building remaining perfect. There's another shot and a great save by Beggs. That'll be an interference call going against Cole Newton. Here's Ben Royer. Flip pass, down low, shot goes wide. Oh man, what a chance that was for Simonson. The officials will join for a minute. Discuss a call here, brief delay. I believe it still will be Edmonton possession. Jeopardy theme playing here in the building on this delay. And we're going to get a manual count here on the shot clock as they gave a reset. I believe there was 16 seconds originally. Here's Simonson from the corner. Back up top, shot wide. Bouncing back over center. So Cole Newton will collect. Maybe someone can help me out here. There are two Newton brothers in the game here, both Cole and Bailey, and one of them took a brutal hit straight to the head in the game last night in the second period and left for the rest of the game, did not return. I cannot remember which Newton it was. Somebody hit me up in the DMs at Ferratino on Twitter or at Tino Farah on Instagram. I was just surprised to see both of them back in the action. I thought we were going to be without one of the Newton brothers. But both of them playing here tonight, the late game in day number 3 of Founders Cup action. Possession Poco. McDonald looking for his second. Shoots, puts that just wide. Yakny with it. Tries a stutter step move. Draw pass to Dozy. Gets underneath. Defended well here by Edmonton. Kyler Andrews, great job. Now Ross scores! Make that 2 for Nolan Ross and make that 8 on the tournament. The defender closing the gap. Ross just gets a little bit of room away from him and spins into a shot. He came over top and restores the 3-goal advantage. Shots 10-3 now early in favor of the Saints. As I mentioned, both of these teams with heavy offensive starts. And we might get another one here as Miller cuts in, scores! Eight seconds later, the Saints make it 5-1. This one courtesy of Nathan Miller. And the Warriors just look a little shell-shocked right now. Plenty of time to work with, but not a position that they are familiar with through the Founders Cup to this point. Pretty full building here in the John Bailey Arena. The Poco fans come in waves to support the host team here in Founders Cup action. Far side feed. Bodies fly through the middle. Dickin looks for a shot lane. Draws a penalty for his efforts. That one will go out of play. Good effort there by Graham Dickin. And now we'll get the first power play opportunity for the Warriors. And this Warriors power play is brought to you by Sam's Neighborhood Pub. And let me tell you here, George and viewers, Sam's Neighborhood Pub is exactly what you're looking for in a pub. Exactly what you're looking for. Relaxed atmosphere, great food, cold drinks, and located right here in the heart of downtown Poco on Elgin. And you can pay him a visit tonight after this game, why don't you? So 5-on-4 now in favor of the Warriors. Simonson running point. Now they start their motion. Getting through, one-timer, scores! Quick work of this hot power play for the Warriors. The set play works to perfection. They fire that one home low from the crease. A massive one to make it 5-2 now with 11:46 to play. Right back at it here as the following faceoff goes the way of the Saints. Brendan Murray collects near center and gets quickly in. Josh Yakney will join him. Late man in is Riley Learn. Masnick thought about the drive. He'll spin back now and look for a shot lane. Swim move. Post to post. One-timer. Great save. Wells. And a big hit. Masnick lays the boom. A massive collision as the Warriors go the other way now. Check from behind. Riley Learn strips his man. And he's got a lane to the net. He's got two teammates coming in with him. Another collision. Riley Learn falls. And now Edmonton pushes pace. Fake pass shot saved by Beggs. Rebound goes all the way back to center. Frantic action here from the John Bailey Arena, and that'll be a too many men call, taking away that possession from Edmonton. Now Miller, swim move, runs into a double team, keeps possession. Now he'll spin away as the crowd has come alive here if they weren't already on their feet. Now Masnick, swing pass far side, Eric Dozy. Pass intended for Masnick, goes behind the net. Another hit. That'll be an interference call off the Nolan Ross collision. He takes a hit afterwards as well. No call. See, he gets mixed up with a defender behind the play. Bodies continue to fall, and Edmonton goes back over. The officials letting him play here early. Pass to the far side. Tuck move, and they'll go underneath. So the latest Edmonton goal goes to Graham Dickin. He drew the penalty as well. So that shot clock expires. Ben Royer unable to get that on target before that one. Now over center comes Cole Newton. Dish over to Taggart. Brendan Murray, the defender, closes that gap. Taggart getting a rough ride as he drives off ball. Here's Masnick. Fake shot over to Taggart. Through the middle, Learn falls, takes an extra hit afterwards. Loose ball falls free in front of the crease. Masnick digging for it, and Wells will grab. Two Edmonton players up the floor. Turns into a 2-on-2 shot. Saved by Beggs. Rebound collected by Taggart. 5-2. 9 minutes remaining here in the first period. Shots 12-5. Dozy has his pass over to Ross, who is on hat trick watch here. Return now over to Dozy. Yakney takes a shot. Goes just past Wells. That'll bounce out of play. Poco players thought that was a Wells save. I thought that just went cleanly out of play off the bounce. Now a fast break opportunity for Edmonton. Pass through Simonson. Couldn't reach for it. And Yakney out there for the defensive rush. Takes that one and sends it over to Mander. Mander spins underneath. Backhand shot save. Wells had to be sharp on that one. And now another fast break here for Edmonton. They'll slow up as Cole Newton closes the gap. Smart play there by Aiden Wellner-Bate. He'll head off now, replaced by Luke Royer. Ben Royer out there as well. He wants the pass through the middle. Not going to get it. They'll take a shot, and they get another one. Edmonton cuts the lead to 2. Make that 2 for Max Janasek. He's up to 6 through the Founders Cup. Came into this game 8 points, 4 goals, 4 helpers. And he's now up to 2 already through the game, through the early stages of this one. Joins the likes of Nolan Ross on hat trick watch here from the John Bailey Arena. And man, oh man, what a game we have here. And we expect nothing less than 2 of the strongest offensive teams to this point in the tournament. Again, no less than 14 goals scored at least for both of these 2 teams in their opening 2 games. Now Miller, one-hand flip. finds Eric Dozie. So he waits for some help. In comes Murray. Riley Learn also up with four assistants. Now near side, Masnick off the swim move. Driving on top of the crease, draws a penalty. Can't get a shot off, but does draw another power play in favor of his team. And the power play that's been so strong for them throughout this tournament, again, 63% coming into this game. Already got a couple goals here tonight as well. Will go right back to work. That'll be 2 or less for Coleman Carey. Excuse me, Coleman Carey. In comes Riley Learn. He's got Nolan Ross, Jared Masnick. Far side is Murray and Dozie. That pass from Murray off the mark. Learn will casually collect. Still 13 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Murray bobbled that pass. In comes the double team. So he battles forward along the sideboards. Taken away. Here comes Edmonton. It's Caden Gulka. Gets a shot from his wrong side. A save there by Beggs. Now Bailey Newton. Jared Masnick. Now Aiden McDonald will join the power play efforts here once again. Jared Masnick's going to run point this time. McDonald, shot and a save by Wells. No block, excuse me, no shot registered. Masnick with another one that goes wide, and the rebound will go back towards Beggs, stepping out of his crease here. Now Masnick will head off. Levi Tui gets into the mix. Here's Ben Royer. So he works from the outside. Levi Tui is watching him, forcing him to the corner. Ball gets jarred free. Another stick check there by Tui. Knocks Royer's stick out of his hands. Those two will collide. Bit of a wrestling match as they both stay onto their feet, but the power play gets back onto the floor. Man advantage still has 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to carry. As Riley Learn back out onto the floor now, they work it to the outside. Back to the point. Learn. Masnick. Post to post. Here's Dozie. 5 to shoot. Yakni shoots. Stopped by Wells. That'll go out of play. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. Things have started to settle here a little bit in the late stages of the first. Riley Learn gets his hands free, and overzealous pick set by Jared Masnick. He heads off for a change, and the Warriors go back the other way. In comes Josh Stewart. He's got some room here on the far side. He'll backpedal away. Back up top to Janasek. Now near side, Simonson. Royer. Surveys, far side feed. Janasek shot saved by Beggs. Woodward thought he had it, deflects instead into the stick of Kalen Mander. Mander, such a threat in transition so often. He heads off now, replaced by Masnick. Now McDonald. Second defender comes in to cut him off. He'll tiptoe the crease and take it behind the net. Masnick shoots, saved by Wells. That rebound had enough spin on it to go back through the middle of the floor, and Edmonton clears. First man off the bench is Ben Royer. So he'll go off ball behind the net. And he has the ball sent to him. Far side feed. Dickin. Got the second goal of the game here a little while ago for the Warriors. There's a jump shot blocked before it made its way on. Tui will battle for it, takes a hit. Throws one as the shot clock expires as well. Good job there defensively for the Saints as Nolan Ross collects. Draw pass for Dozie. Dangerous draw pass there from Ross. Dozie had a man closing the gap. No worse for wear, and the Poco offense goes back to worse. Ross gets a high hit, backhanded shot. Great save, Wells. Fresh 30 now for Poco. McDonald muscling his way through, shoots and scores! Another one for Aiden McDonald. Another player to watch for here on Hat Trick Watch. So Aiden McDonald sees a matchup that he likes. Realistically, he's got the size advantage more times than not whenever he's going one-on-one with a defender. You can just tell he looks so much bigger than so many of the defenders out here, and he took full advantage of his size that time, just muscling his way through and firing one past the likes of Carson Wells. And now he's up to 5 on the tournament. Here's Simonson. Fakes going underneath. Now will make that drive. Shoots far side off the mark. Now rebound off the sideboards. Here come the Saints. Pass up to Mander. 2-on-1 forming here. He's got Miller cutting through the middle. Gets the pass off. Great save by Wells. Now an interference call off the Kyler Andrews hit. Now Mander will head off, replaced by the aforementioned Aiden McDonald. Pass for Murray. Too hot to handle as he falls to the floor. Masnick collects. 15 seconds to shoot. He'll turn back from the corner. McDonald steps into a shot. Blocked. Rebound still up for grabs. He'll take it. One-hand pickup from the perimeter. Now Brendan Murray, 4 to shoot. Heavy shot saved by Wells. Rebound picked up by a defender. Swim move there in transition. Dane Menon, the 2 number 12s, go face-to-face there. And Menon and Riley Learn. Now a drop pass. Here's Janicek, also looking for his hat-trick goal. Simonson returns it to him. Will this be his 3rd? Janicek spins away, shoots, scores! Man of the hour, Max Janicek, the hottest stick here for the Warriors in the first period, as he keeps possession just before the clock had expired. And throws that one 5-hole through Grayson Beggs. Again, cutting the lead to 2. 1:16 to play in the first. Face-off won by the Warriors. Dangerous loose ball pickup there. Late stick check coming from Brandon Woodward. Final minute of action here in the first period. 6-4, Poco leads as a backhanded shot sent wide. Ball bounces to the far side. Possession Warriors, 4 to shoot. One-timer saved by Beggs. Bodies collide, that'll be an interference call going against Poco. It's Jackson Smith throws a late hit. He remains on the floor. Now 40 seconds to play. Fresh 30 here for the Warriors. Simonson sends it down low. Now far side feed. Pass through. They wanted the one-timer. Couldn't get the pass off. Now Ben Royer gets a rough ride. Loses the ball in the process. Keeps, though. Sidearm pass to the middle. Picked off by Bailey Newton. Eats a stick check. He's got a man up to play, and Poco's going to call timeout. Kalen Mander wanted the breakaway pass, but Newton couldn't get his hands free in time.
Last call for 50-50 tickets. Last call for your 50-50 tickets. We're doing the draw soon.
So Poco calls the timeout here. 21.5 seconds remaining. And they'll try to draw up one final play here to reclaim the 3-goal advantage. So Beggs on the bench, 6-on-5 here in favor of the Saints. And it will be Nolan Ross starting off the possession. He and Aiden McDonald both out on the floor. two players to watch for here on the hat trick watch, and Ross will get slowly into the zone. So he looks up at the clock, waits for 8 seconds. Now they'll start their possession. Murray, heavy shot, saved by Wells. Rebound falls, got an empty net to shoot for. Can't get it off in time, and it goes up to the rafters, and that will do it for the opening 20 minutes from the John Bailey Arena. 10 goals scored now between these two teams. Offensive heavy first period, but we will step aside on BC Sports TV. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time. You're watching the Founders Cup, second period, coming up next. Welcome back to the John Bailey Arena, ladies and gentlemen, home of the Founders Cup. And we are nearing the conclusion of day number 3. Right? It's day 3, right, George? Day 3. I feel like I live at this arena now, how often I've been here. Last game of the night here, and it is a matchup between the two perfect teams to this point. 2-0 are the Poco Saints and the Edmonton Warriors, but it is the Saints up 6-4 through 20 minutes of play. Again, the offense of both teams just firing at will to this point. Grayson Beggs in net for the Poco Saints. He stopped 13 of 19. Meanwhile, Carson Wells stopped 8 of 12. And we'll quickly go back to work right away following the opening faceoff going the way of the Saints. By the way, it is the second period. Aware that it says on our scoreboard that it is the first. But this is the second period of action. There's nothing I can do about it right now, folks. Here's Aiden McDonald. 2 goals through the first period. He tries to muscle his way through, still with possession, and runs out of time. Thought about that last second shot. Wisely decided against it. Ross applies a little bit of pressure. Bobbled past. In comes Ethan Self. Comes to cut off Caden Gulka. Now he gets onto the bench. Replaced by Dickin. Now near side corner. Janicek. He's got 3 goals coming into this period. He sends it over to the far side. The lefty's going to work. Shot! Goal! A bouncer gets past Beggs. That's one he's likely going to want to have back. His first shot of the period, I believe that was Liam Elliott. Have to wait for official confirmation. And we will get a goaltending change here. Beggs out. And in to replace him is Colby Highland. So short leash here for Beggs. He gets onto the bench, and again, in comes Colby Highland. So Sebastian Simonson, the goal scorer here for the Warriors, and he's right back out onto the floor, working off ball. Now gets sent over to the lefties, and he'll create some space for Ben Royer. Gets around a check, near side feed. Off target and taken away by Cole Newton. He'll circle behind his net. Taking the available space. Pass up to Dozy. Down low, Taggart. Doesn't like what he sees, so he'll send it over to Yakny, now over to the righties. It's Riley Learn. Over to Masnick. Nice move off the swim, off the post. What a move by Jared Masnick. Has the ball once again, spins underneath, shot wide, and that'll bounce out of play. So Masnick thought Wells caught a piece of it, an argument with the official that will not be won, and he'll head off. Kyler Andrews stumbles, keeps possession. Still with it is Andrews, gets forced into the corner boards, now loses it, but in comes a teammate to help grab it. Just 5 seconds to shoot. Shot from distance, and there's the first test for Colby Highland. Janicek was denied his 4th, picked off pass by Royer, and back into the offensive zone, but he loses it. Now coming into clear space is Tyler Learn. Now Murray opened the scoring way back in the start of the first period, opening minute, if I remember correctly. McDonald falls off a heavy hit there. Might have shocked him a little bit, but they keep possession. There's a shot, and they score! make it 3 for Nolan Ross. Good job as well by McDonald to keep possession as he was falling and make a pass during that motion. Heads up play to keep possession in favor of the Saints, and Nolan Ross has completed the hat trick. Just over 3 minutes in, 2-goal lead restored. So violation off the face-off. Goes against the Saints. Ben Royer sends it over to the far side and assumes his position. Big hit there on the near side corner, away from the play. Now Simonson shoots, a rising subber goes wide. The Edmonton bench celebrated, thought that went in. But it did not. Hang on to the celebration here, fellas. 7-5 Poco leads here, just about 4 minutes into the frame. Here's Josh Yakney. Far side feed, Learn. Over to Masnick, wants that spin move again, shoots, save there by Wells as he falls the end boards. Edmonton goes the other way. Newton brothers, first ones off the bench on the defensive side, with the offense of the Warriors just getting on now. Here comes Ben Royer. Driving low, wants the flip, gets it off through the middle. Simonson has it. Toe drag, back over to the near side. Another shot and a save there by Colby Highland. Josh Jewett had that one loaded up from distance, but a low save by the Poco goaltender. If you are just joining us and missed the early stages of this period, it was Grayson Beggs who started this game, played all the first, and after an early goal from the Warriors, that brought in Colby Highland in replace of him. Excuse me, in place of him. Deflected pass. Woodward. Big collision. That clears up space for Mander, directing traffic in transition. Pass to the other side. Spin move. Shot. Scores! Now Nathan Miller up to 2 goals. It's the third player on the Saints here with multiple goals in this game. Kalen Mander, as I mentioned, directing traffic while in transition, pointing to where he wanted a pick to be set. Getting himself back onto his right side, finds Miller on the switch and fires that one home. Now 8-5 for the Saints, and another opportunity, and it goes over the line! 2 straight for Poco in short succession. Jackson Smith finds the back of the net. Immediately following the face-off, loose ball goes free over the restraining line. Jackson Smith runs right onto it. Nathan Miller running a little bit of interference there as well. He was out there for face-off duty. Goes high in the air, and the Warriors get back into the offensive zone. Stashniak will eat a couple of slashes there, getting the ball free. And in comes Max Janicek. Royer. Both Ben and Luke Royer out on the floor now. Near side feed. Dewart. Pass to the middle, reaches over top and puts it off the crossbar. Step through the crease as well. So no save necessary for Highland. Poco goes back the other way. Nolan Ross with it. Uses a screen from Masnick. Cuts through, no pass through. Here's Yakney with it. Heavy shot. Off the mark. Yakney collects again. Has that shot blocked by Ben Royer out there for a defensive shift. and he'll push pace the other way. Now near side feed. Nice tuck move, driving through. Puts it just wide, though, is Graham Dick. And no, it goes over the line. A weird one here for the Warriors. Let's take a look at it on our BC Sports TV replay, as that one deflects off the stick of Griffin Withers. They originally missed the net. Rebound goes off the end boards. And as Withers tries to corral the loose ball, this goes off his stick and over the net, or into the net, excuse me. That's one of the weirder ones we've seen here in Founders Cup action. But a goal nonetheless, and one that the Warriors needed as they continue to try to climb back, now with the ball on the near side. Survey through. Simonson. Return back to the righties. Dickin pass through. And they can't avoid the crease on that one. Brandon Woodward, nice move. Gets it over center. Cole Newton. Now the Poco captain, Austin Taggart, works off ball. The righty's going to work. Eric Dozy. Righty strong on this set. Dozy shot, scores! Not a great game here in terms of goaltenders. Now with Beggs out of the game here, being replaced early in this period. Another one gets through Carson Wells. This time it's Eric Dozy getting his first of the game. Just out-muscling the Edmonton goaltender and putting it 5-hole. You got a big piece of it. You can hear it on our ambient mic up here in the booth, but it wasn't enough. And another one for the Saints. Now 12 and a half remaining in the second. Shots 25-17 in favor of the Saints. With Edmonton going to work. Swim move there by Dewart. Shot, save, Highland. Big rebound, goal! The rebound ricocheted like crazy off of Colby Highland, and Ben Royer sneaking behind the defense. More or less a one-timer as he has a wide open net to fire at. And now Ben Royer gets his 8th of the tournament. It's like a trampoline that ball came flying off of. Right place, right time for Ben Royer. And the lead again is cut to 3. I got a feeling we're going to have another high-scoring, high-event game here by the end of this one, which seems to be the case anytime these two teams get into the mix. Possession, Poco. Here's Brendan Murray. Shoots, saved by Wells. Has the 5-hole shut that time around. And he'll send that quickly up the floor. Caden Gulka goes through, now ends up on a breakaway, scores! Two quick ones for the Warriors. As Caden Gulka gets into the fun here, cutting the lead to 2. What originally just looked like Edmonton working in transition quickly turned into a breakaway. Just a little too casual on the defensive side in transition for the Saints that time around, and the Warriors take advantage. Now the two number 9s mix it up in Brandon Woodward and Cole Stashniak. Stashniak remains on the floor with Woodward getting onto the bench. Now Yakni with some space, gets underneath, hands free, shot, save, Wells. Full press here from Poco. Aiden McDonald can't grab possession. Edmonton gets over center, and now they'll get their settled offense onto the floor. We've had frantic action throughout the second period. It's been a great showing of offensive talent so far. Now Simonson, flip pass to the middle, big hit. In comes the double team, ball gets jarred free. And that'll send Poco the other way, now Newton. Cole Newton, that is. It's Murray, fresh off the bench, shot right into the midsection of Wells. Now Edmonton has a man lost behind the defense. A breakaway if they can get the pass through, out of the reach. Wellner bait. Just a wasted opportunity for the Warriors. Still possession though. It's Ben Royer. Takes this one off the bounce, 10 seconds to shoot. He works on Levi Tui. Royer, one-timer, save by Colby Highland. Poco goaltender read that one well, cutting across to his right. Ross, bouncer, over to Yakni. Far side, Masnik, so quick on the swim move, thought about it again, backpedaling away. Now Taggart, over to Ross, shot blocked, high off the glass. Now Flett will get off for a change, unable to get over center, so he'll leave for a teammate to do so instead. Deflected pass, intended for Royer. Loose ball falls towards feet. Royer still battling for it, falls in his efforts. Now under 10 to shoot if Edmonton can come up with possession. Newton gets into the mix, and Edmonton unable to dump this one down. Bodies colliding there in front of the Warriors bench. And that'll go back over center. Now over halfway through the second period, still 8-10 in favor of Poco. Riley Learn working with McDonald. Lefty strong on this set. Yakni, nice move. Gets the shot off, almost puts that one far side, posted in. Just floating that one towards the right of Wells. Here's Dozy. Behind the net, he'll round the corner. Kept to the perimeter, 5 to shoot. Dozy, a bouncer on target, stopped by Wells. In comes Sebastian Simonson. He had a goal earlier in this period, and now he'll go to work off ball. So it gets returned to him now on the far side. Dewart down low to the corner. Surveying through, pass off. Wrong side, save by Colby Highland. Getting a big piece of that one with his left shoulder. That'll send Ethan Self the other way. Now Masnik sizing up on his defender, waits from the screen from Learn. Now near side feed, Murray, backhanded shot, bounces just wide. Now a clear-cut break from their own side of center. In comes Scrimshaw, twister, saved by Highland. Might have to make another one, big collision as Tyler Learn lays the body. Now Bailey Newton will collect. Back into the play now is Yakni. A physical game here in the midway mark. Masnik has his shot deflected, goes off the corner boards. Edmonton again pushing pace the other way. Quickly over center. Coleman carry. Pass to the near side. Dewart shot saved by Highland. Loose ball goes free, bouncing off the end boards. Again, if you do like what you see here on BC Sports TV, you want to get interactive with the broadcast, keep your eyes peeled and tuned into all of our channels across social media at BC Sports TV, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, of course on YouTube as well. Dozy driving low, almost put it posted in. Instead bounces out of play. Dozy frustrated with the officials. That's another one where the Saints thought that cut a piece of the goaltender. And if you do want to get interactive, you want to send me a message Hit me up on Instagram at Ferratino. On Twitter at Ferratino, and on Instagram at Tino Ferra. Simonson to Dewart, tucks underneath, 5 seconds to shoot. He muscles his way towards the goal. That one caught a piece of the post. Now look at the reset. Didn't come quite as quickly as they wanted, so they just threw that one on target. But Ben Royer, another situation of right place, right time, fires that one. Saved by Highland. Bodies fly. Now grabbed by Levi Tui. 3-on-2. Mander cuts through. Tui on top of the crease. Fake shot. Saved by Wells. Tui mixing it up there with Dane Menon as they have words heading back towards their respective benches. 5.5 to play here in the second period. Royer, flip pass to the middle, low shot, save by Highland. Newton battling for it, as are the Warriors, and they will come up with it. Simonson, over to Royer, pass to the middle, off target. Now Withers will collect. Just got Royer to beat. He's doing a good job there on the wrap check. Gets away from that, drop pass for Masnik. Tries to muscle his way through. Now he'll turn back. Josh Yakney winds, fires, saved by Wells. And I got to say, Carson Wells has really settled in here in the late stages of this period. Now that'll be a cross-checking call going against Edmonton. Cole Stashniak. That's the first penalty of this period here, folks. I haven't had an ad read in a while. Extreme Threads, your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, designs, and sublimated team uniforms. Now offering tents, banners, flags, decals, signs, and so much more. And a reminder, you can check them out online, extremethreads.ca, or give them a call, 604-346-9545. And ask for Randy or Connor. So power play in the late stages here of the second for the Saints. Brendan Murray, fake shot, now shoots. Knocked the stick out of a defender's hand. Wells sends that one up the floor, on target, going in alone, short-handed, scores! And we got a goaltender assist here, folks. We love a goaltender point. And Carson Wells sends that one all the way up the floor. And streaking through short-handed was Dane Menon. What a pass from Wells. And a heads-up play for Dane Menon to just give him a target to float that one onto. And now we have a one-goal game for the first time since about the opening minute or so of this period. Short-handed goal there for the Warriors. Another power play of the Saints back onto the floor. Masnik, first one into the play. He'll grab possession. He's going to run point on this set. Ross takes a shot himself. Another save by Wells. Murray quick to get off this time to get Cole Newton onto the floor and take away really any fast break opportunity for the Warriors. But they do stretch the floor either way. In comes Janasek. Spins underneath on his wrong side. Pass to the middle. Gets through. Puts it wide. Sebastian Simonson had Colby Highland in a desperate position there. Down on one knee, reaching across to his left and couldn't put it in. Couldn't put it on target either. So it remains 10-9. Still 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Here's Murray. Fake pass, working his way down low. Masnik, shot blocked. That went off of a member of the Warriors last and out of play. So fresh 30 here for the Saints. Essentially getting a do-over from their last possession here. Masnik, near side feed, return to him now at the point as he backpedals away. Dozie wanted the one-timer, instead he receives it. Now Masnik shoots, saved by Wells. Murray slowing things down once again. So we are now back to 5-on-5. Dozy from the crease, saved by Wells. Oh man, Stashniak just stumbling his way back onto the bench now. He fell a couple of times there. But he's all right, back to his feet and on the bench as his team goes to work offensively. They had an opportunity to pass through, couldn't get it off in time. That was Luke Royer. A little bit slow on the pass. Poco will go the other way. Haven't had a Poco goal in a little bit. Something that, we're not too used to through this tournament to this point. Generally been scoring at will, and it looked that way through this game up until about the halfway point of this period. Now that Yakni pass picked off. Another breakaway here for the Warriors, looking to tie things up. Saved by Highland. That was Rex Wolney with another clear-cut breakaway. It's getting sloppy here in the reverse transition through this period for the Saints. I think I know what the coaching staff are going to talk about in the intermission. There's a big collision, an extra whack afterwards on Riley Lurn. No call there. Another lobbed pass out of the reach of Aiden McDonald. In comes Cole Newton. Edmonton wanted a high sticking call there. They're not going to get it. So they drop it over to Simonson. Now Janasek, near side feed. Far side again, Simonson, shot stopped by Highland. And in comes Janasek. So we approach the final minute of action in the second period. The Newton brothers close in for a double team. One-timer, tie game! 55 seconds to play. Edmonton gets us tied. It's 10-10. Another player gets lost behind the defense. This time it's Luke Royer grabbing his fifth of the Founders Cup, first of the night. Just all alone behind the play on top of the crease. An easy one-timer there for Luke Royer. He can put those home in his sleep. Absolutely nothing Colby Highland could do there. And now we're back to even ground. And possession in favor of the Warriors. Newton, some pressure from the perimeter. He'll look to get back into the play now. Ben Royer goes down. Shot from distance, and now another hit behind the play. That'll be a penalty against Ethan Self. Just an unnecessary one there. That one actually might be a major. We'll see. Take another look at it there. It's that extra hit afterwards. And the officials will discuss. 31 seconds remaining here. Cole Newton comes to join in the discussion, and we'll see what the end result here will be. I believe that was Royer who got sent into the boards there. And he got up under his own power. So will be a 5-minute boarding call against Ethan Self. Not what Poco needs right now with all the momentum in favor of Edmonton. Not sure exactly what the run is right now, but it's at least 3 here. And as I mentioned, just a ton of momentum in favor of the Warriors. Now under 30 to play. Power play working it around the outside. Simonson sent it to the near side. Shot, scores! Edmonton takes the lead. Make that 4 for Max Janasek. And with that being a major penalty, Edmonton will remain up a man here. 11.9 seconds to play. Their first lead of the game, heading towards the intermission. And the run for the Warriors continues. Poco hasn't trailed at any point in the Founders Cup, and they do now for the first time. So we'll see how they respond. So 9.7 to play. Edmonton possession here following the face-off. And we'll see what they can come up with here for one final possession. And let's tell you about our friends over at Metro Ford here while we wait, shall we? Are you ready for a new ride? Metro Ford of Port Coquitlam has you covered. Check out our huge selection of quality vehicles and experience the Metro difference. Come see us, Metro Ford. And I heard as well that Metro Ford actually supplied a vehicle for the officials here to be able to travel around during the Founders Cup. Shout out to Metro Ford. Shout out to the officials. Riding around in style, I'm sure. But back to the action. 7 seconds to go. Simonson. Dewart down low, pass to the middle. Simonson saved by Highland. They got the shot they wanted, but the Poco goaltender stops that one and keeps his team within one, heading towards the third and final period. What a game it's been here so far, folks. We still got another 20 minutes remaining. We're going to step aside for the next 10 or so minutes, though. Keep your eyes tuned into your screens here. Don't go too far. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks. But we're going to be back for third period action coming right up. You're watching BC Sports TV. third period action coming to your screens right now here live on BC Sports TV. Tino Farah here, your voice for the third and final frame in this matchup between the two perfect teams. It's the 2-0 Edmonton Warriors and the 2-0 Poco Saints. And for the first time through the Founders Cup so far, Poco finds themselves trailing heading into the third period here, down 11-10 and still down, still short-handed after that late major penalty courtesy of Ethan Self, who will watch on from afar and hope for a successful penalty kill the rest of the way through here. But as I mentioned, unfamiliar territory for the Saints to be in, unfamiliar territory for the Warriors, who were trailing for most of this game, that being the unfamiliar territory for them. But now they're up by 1, and back to the power play as Simonson runs point here on the man advantage. They play pass around the perimeter. Now they'll go to the far side, down low to the corner, starting off their motion. One-timer saved by Colby Highland. Woodward battles for it. He's got Newton with him as well. Ball still up for grabs. And as Simonson collects, he'll grab a reset for the Warriors. Here's Royer. Slowly behind the net. Directing traffic. Ball sent back to him now. Fakes the pass, scores! What a play! Ben Royer faked out Highland from behind the net. Take a look at this one, absolutely selling the Poco goaltender. Brandon Woodward clued in, but it was just a second too late. And Ben Royer, a magical goal here on the power play for the Warriors. We've seen hidden ball tricks in the Founders Cup, a couple of them actually already. A couple of them being successful. Seen a few unsuccessful ones as well. But that is the first time, I think, that I've seen a goalie get faked out from behind the net work that well. More unfamiliar grounds for the Saints, as now we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. Warriors back into the zone, working from the corner. Janicek. That one goes wide. Luke Royer off to the far side. And Dewart couldn't reach that. Here's Jackson Smith. Quickly to Brendan Murray. It's been an offensive powerhouse for Poco through 2 games of the Founders Cup thus far. And they'll need him here now. Masnick, more of the same, drives across and puts it wide as he got sent sprawling. Sliding to the floor, no shot on target there. Here come the Warriors. Graham Dickin. Luke Royer returns it to him. Into the play now is Janicek. He clears some space. Bailey Newton ties him up, pass to the middle. That'll be an interference call. Now it gets blown in. Saints were unaware of the call. But now they are getting back into the offensive zone. Here's Riley Learn. He's quite the facilitator on this offense, is one Riley Learn. Now Ross, shot, saved. Where is it? Goes behind the net. Wells got enough of that to bounce it over top of the crossbar. Now Taggart still battling for it. Draw some contact, no call, and the Warriors grab possession from the near side corner. Now pushing pace the other way. Scrimshaw. Far side feed in transition. Dewart collects. In comes Smith to close the gap a little bit there. Dewart muscling his way through. Swim move gets underneath. Still with possession. Now Royer. Luke over to Ben Royer, that is. Now far side. Dewart with it again. Pass through the middle, off the mark. Goes off the corner boards. Mander collects, spins away from some pressure. Another move around a second forechecker. Thought about the drive himself. He'll turn away and get the offense back out onto the floor. Mander to the bench. Taggart, the late man, in. 12 seconds to shoot. Murray with it from the corner. Pass to McDonald. Near side. Masnick spins underneath. In comes the contact, still with possession. Now 3 to shoot. Masnick, backhand flip. Last second shot, and they score! Nolan Ross makes it 4 on the game. Just before the clock expires. What a pass here from Jared Masnick right into the back of the stick of Nolan Ross, and he fires that one 5-hole, cutting the deficit to just 1. Now 12-11 in favor of the Warriors, less than 4 minutes into the period. Once again, the Poco faithful here in the John Bailey Arena come alive as they try to cheer their team on to a comeback victory here. Interference call, that'll be a fresh 30 for Poco. That pass just too low for Cole Newton, he'll chase it down. Quick up to Yakni. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gets back into the offensive zone now. Late man joining will be the latest goal scorer in Nolan Ross. See streaks near side. Here's McDonald working with Masnick. Far side feed. Yakni gets over top, trying to get his hands free. Now spins back the other way. One-handed flip over to Dozy. 2 to shoot. Gets the pass off. Ross saved by Wells. They get the reset though, and what's the call here? An Edmonton penalty. Nolan Ross almost scored in the exact same fashion that he did a few moments ago, just late in the shot clock off the flip pass. What action we have here in the third period, folks. And this power play is brought to you by Sam's Neighborhood Pub. They're exactly what you're looking for in exactly that, a pub. Relaxed atmosphere, great food, and the coldest of beverages, located on Elgin in the heart of downtown Poco. And they would like for you, cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, to pay them a visit tonight, right after this game. So it's a roughing call to the Warriors. Power play with a chance to tie it up. That shot stopped by Wells. Reset for the Saints. Masnick backhanded shot wide. Now another hit on Dozy while he was reaching for it. And now we'll get a quick wipe in between the pipes. Called for by Carson Wells, who a little bit of a shaky start to this game. You know, letting a few that he would certainly like to have back, but it was around the halfway mark of the second period when he really started to settle in and turn back into the goaltender that we've seen and gotten used to through the opening 2 games of this Founders Cup. And he's played a huge part of all that momentum in the late stages of the second being in favor of his team and really helping them to backstop, or helping to backstop them towards the lead that they currently hold. And now they'll need him to stand tall once again as the power play gets back into the action. Man advantage for another minute and a half. Now over 5 minutes into the third period. Poco down by 1. Masnick. Far side feed. Murray returns it to him. Steps into a shot. Saved by Wells. That might have caught a piece of the butt end of his stick. Fresh 30 now for the Saints. Ross. To the point. Masnick fakes the flip now to Murray and return back to Masnick. Backpedaling away. Underhand flip. Murray shoots. Saved by Wells. Quick up The length of the floor, reaching for it is Bailey Newton. Taking away another shorthanded chance for the Warriors. They have a shorthanded goal in this game from back in the second period. Not this time around, though, in the Saints power play. Back to work. Masnick shoots, blocked, and they'll grab the loose ball themselves. Here comes Kyler Andrews. Gets the back pressure, a heavy hit there from Ross, who actually might have got the worst of that, as Andrews sidestepped the check just enough to send Ross into the boards. That was stick check by Newton. Cole Newton, that was, as Bailey Newton grabs the loose ball. And now we'll go back to 5-on-5. Still 12-11 in favor of the Warriors. McDonald comes over top. A couple of healthy slashes there right in front of the official. No call. Yakni off the move. Bouncer saved by Wells. Quick up over center. Coleman Carey to Sebastian Simonson. He had to chase it down and grab possession. Now Janicek. In comes Dewart. With possession now is Dickin. Steps into a shot, saved by Highland. Rebound collected by Brandon Woodward. Finds some space off the spin move. Up the floor comes Cole Newton. Quickly over to Eric Dozie. Austin Taggart to Masnick. Couldn't grab that one cleanly. He'll try to chase it down on the sideboards. In come a couple of Warriors. They come up with possession, and now they'll go the other way. Dozie, the lone defender, as they cut through the middle. Christian Lanthier thought he was going to take that one to the cage. He'll turn back and send it over to Simonson. Late man in is Luke Royer. Simonson sends it over to the righties. No look pass over to Royer. Return now to the far side. Janicek pass through the middle. Fake shot and forced into the sideboards. A heavy collision, and now another penalty looks like going to the Saints. This will be Jackson Smith heading towards the sin bin. It looked like the initial hit was, maybe a little bit dangerous, but I didn't see an arm go up until afterwards, so looks like there must have been a second shot, I guess. But Ethan Self out of the box, replaced by Jackson Smith. A reminder that Self took that major penalty in the late stages of the second, so now he is back on the Poco bench. Looking to get back into the mix here shortly. Simonson. Pass behind the net. Now through the middle. Scores! Luke Royer gets another one, this time on the power play. As the set play works for the Warriors, they send it behind the net, quickly pass through the middle, through some defenders who turn to watch the ball. And Royer gets his 6th of the Founders Cup. 2-goal lead restored. Back to 5-on-5, 11:38 to play. Now face-off win goes all the way back down to Wells, and the Warriors collect. Here's Simonson. Right back to the action. Fakes the drop pass. Here's Ben Royer. Wanted the flip, dives across the crease, making contact there with Highland. Levi Tui comes in to have a word with him. Cooler heads prevail that time around. The officials right there to keep an eye on everything. Done a pretty good job in this game too, I would say, for the officials. Yakni to Ross. 4 goals in this game. Will this be number 5? Ross, good stick check there by Andrews. Now he'll leap for it. Trying to keep possession for the Saints. Comes up to it, runs into a double team. Big collision in front of the penalty boxes. And now that'll be possession for the Warriors. with Nolan Ross on the ground for an extra moment. Here's Janicek. Warriors push with pace here. Janicek fires, saved by Highland. Rebound collected. Sebastian Simonson, watched by Newton. Tries to go underneath, working towards the crease. Close play at the line there. Nearly avoiding stepping through. Now a low shot goes wide. Rebound comes all the way back down towards Wells. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sends that one the length of the floor. Couldn't find a breakout target. So just dumps this one down. Here's Cole Newton to collect. Halfway through the third period. Shots 43-38 in favor of the Saints, but they're down by 2, 13-11. It's Riley Learn. Surveys, far side. Taggart, now an interference call against the Saints, just as Masnick caught the pass. Here's Poco with a full press. Edmonton gets around the forecheck. Now Caden Gulka. He's going to step into a shot himself. There's a low save by Highland. Still up for grabs, and the Warriors come up with it. Here's Max Janicek. Far side. Josh Dewart. Driving, low, wrap check, save, Highland. Rebound goes through to the corner boards, grabbed by Ethan Self. Mander to Learn. Back on the floor after that shortened offensive possession a moment ago. Yakni with some room, steps into a shot, saved by Wells, and he'll hang on to the rebound. What a game we have here, folks, from the John Bailey Arena. Live here on BC Sports TV. Tino Farah here, and I thank you to everybody. We thank you to everybody for joining us here throughout the day and for this game. There's a heavy screen set now down low to Ben Royer. Low shot, and Highland has it. Now here come the Saints. Griffin Withers over to Austin Taggart. Late man in will be Nolan Ross. They go righty strong on this set. McDonald finds some space. Far side feed over to Dozy. Uses the screen from Taggart. Masnick, one defender in front of him, gets around the first shot and a save by Wells. Rebound goes to the corner. Hit by Dozy. Kick free. 3 defenders for the Warriors up to play if they can chase this down and grab possession. Now they do. Poco gets into the play. They work their way in front, though. 3 Poco defenders close the gap. And they tackle the Warriors player to the ground. Waiting to see a number here. And it was Rex Wolney who will head off for a change. If he could just get to that loose ball a little bit quicker. They had a 3-on-0 that was forming. Now Learn. Pass through Yakni. Shovel shot. Saved by Wells. What a shot by Yakni. Just a last-ditch attempt to catch the Edmonton goaltender sleeping. But the Warriors none too worse for wear that time around as they clear the zone. Dewart. Over to the far side. Dickin. Now Simonson, shot, save, second chance. Highland had to make an extra save as Royer stepped through the crease. Nullified that chance either way. And here's Austin Taggart. Joining him is Dozy. Late man in will be Riley Learn. Dozy takes it from the point. Learn working his way in. Fake shot, tries to go over top. There's the double team. Now fake flip pass. Dozy with it again. Also tries to come over top. McDonald near side. Masnick. Double team, swim move, gets the pass off. Now go post to post. What a save by Wells! Save of the game for Carson Wells, stretching across to his right and absolutely robbing Poco of the goal to get them back within 1. Have yourself a game, Carson Wells. Especially in the second half here. Now a rising subber goes over the net. 3 to shoot. Far side feed. Off the mark. Withers tries to grab it. He'll head off for a change now with Ethan Self getting over center. 5:45 to play. Poco down by 2. In comes Brendan Murray. Jared Masnick will join fresh off the bench. Now Highland halfway towards the bench. He'll head back towards his crease now. So that pass goes out of play. Smart move by the goaltender to retreat. Here come the Saints. Mander hasn't had quite as many transition opportunities as we've gotten used to here for one Kalen Mander. But got the ball up to his offensive teammates there. But they turn it over. Here come the Warriors. Fast break opportunity. Newton goes to cut him off. Saved by Highland. And grabbing his own rebound that time around is Caden Gulka. Denied what would have been his second of the game. He has possession now, and in comes the double team of the Saints. Josh Dewart. Under 5 to play. Edmonton leading by 2. Dewart driving low. Pass to the crease. One-timer, and they score! 3-goal lead for the Warriors. A leaping one-timer. And I just think back to that save just a couple of moments ago from Carson Wells. This was about to be a 1-goal game. Poco thought that was in the back of the net, but the Edmonton goaltender absolutely robs them. And then just moments later, they score a couple plays following the save. And now the lead is 3 with 4:32 to play. Woodward answers back! Talk about massive goals. That is a much-needed Poco Saints goal. And you talk about getting lost behind the defense. That's exactly what happened that time around. So Brandon Woodward went in alone. Immediately following the face-off. And that is the first Poco Saints goal in quite some time here. A massive time for that. And a reminder as well, we're going to continue to bring you all the action here live on BC Sports TV. And we're going to get right back after it. Our first game tomorrow, 2 p.m. start. That'll be Queen City, the Kings, going up against the Akwesasne Thunder. That'll be Jake Elliott on the call. Queen City looking for their first win of the Founders Cup. They dropped another one in the 5 o'clock game earlier today. A 10-2 loss to the Victoria Shamrocks. But we got the remainder of this game to get through here. Just over 4 minutes to play. Poco getting themselves back within 2. Simonson. Fakes going underneath. Now sends it back over to the righties. It's Janicek. Shot. Fake shot. Pass down low. They love that high to low one-timer. Royer couldn't grab that cleanly. Now Mander leaping for it. Can't reach that one either. And Poco gives it right back to Edmonton. Sebastian Simonson to Ben Royer. He bobbles it and now gives it right back to Poco. Scrambly play in the late stages of the third period now. Again, a bobbled pass. Brendan Murray quickly collects, trying to calm his team down a little bit. Now a delayed call coming up against the Warriors. Highland to the bench. Pass to the middle. McDonald reached for it. Still up for grabs here. In comes Learn. 5 to shoot. Collects from the corner. fakes the flip, now behind, gets the pass off, and they run out of time. Now, I don't think Poco realizes there was a delayed call on the play. And we'll see what the call will be. So the officials join to discussion. It's going to be a 5-minute major. What an opportunity here for the Saints, down by 2, trying to take advantage of a 5-minute major penalty to Kyler Andrews. It's got to be the worst feeling in the world right now for Andrews, watching on, hoping his team can close this game out. The power play of the Saints going back to Worth. McDonald, Masnick, Murray shoots wide. Rebound goes all the way back to Colby Highland. Masnick up the floor. They have 5 seconds to shoot. Murray, near side. Low subber, McDonald also puts it wide. Got to be careful there as Caden Gulka was sneaking up. Now he takes possession. Short-handed. Royer returned over to Gulka. Once again, return to Ben Royer. Sizing up on Mander. Skip feed, far side. Dewart gets underneath the Newton. In comes Bailey Newton as well. And the collision will send Poco the other way. Under 2 minutes to play. Saints still down by 2. On the power play for the remainder here. Masnick takes it, down low. Dozy, fake pass, Masnick steps into a shot. Great save, Wells. Rebound down to Highland. He'll step out, send it quickly up to the power play. Murray, over center. 1.5 minutes remaining. Dozy from the corner. Back to the point. Murray absorbs the check. Masnick down low. In comes their motion. McDonald puts it wide. And that goes high into the ceiling. Could have been another opportunity there for Poco as they grab the ball off the hop. Instead, Edmonton goes the other way. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Still possession for the Warriors. Edmonton just dumps that one down. Newton will collect. Poco slowly to the bench. Now they get there. 38 seconds remaining. Dozy down low to the corner. Up top, Murray. He's got Learn to his left, sends the ball to him. Now backhand flip. Ross, fake pass. Learn with it again. Murray. Skip feed. Masnick, shot blocked. Murray grabs the rebound. Learn steps into a shot. Great save, Wells. Now Edmonton can ice the game here. They'll call timeout following the Wells save. And the bench of the Warriors fired up here with 17.4 seconds to play. Getting some pats on the back from his teammates for that last save, making his way towards the bench. And man, I just think back to that Ethan Self penalty in the late stages of the second. Which, I mean, at that point, Edmonton did already have, as I've mentioned, some momentum in their favor, but really kept it that way heading into the third period. So 17.5 seconds. Possession Edmonton from their own end. Both Cole and Bailey Newton in on the full press, trying to cause an early turnover. So they start to close the gap. Edmonton gets away from it. Gulka sprints the floor. Both Newton still trail behind him. 8 seconds to play. Forced to the corner boards. 4 seconds to play. Royer collects, lobs that one to the corner, and the Edmonton Warriors take this one 14-12 and remain perfect. A 3-0 record heading into day 4 of the Founders Cup. What a game it was here, ladies and gentlemen, and we thank you all for joining us for our third and final game of the day. Again, we're going to be right back at it tomorrow afternoon. Hope you join us for those as well. It will be Queen City facing off against Akwesasne. Jake Elliott on the call. Your game MVP here for the Poco Saints is Nolan Ross. Agree with that decision. Game MVP for the Warriors, Max Janicek. Agree with that decision as well, George. People that are making these decisions, we're on the same page. I like that. But that is going to do it for us for today. Day number 3 of the Founders Cup has concluded, and we will step aside. George and I, exhausted, but ready for more action coming up tomorrow. So that'll do it for us here on BC Sports TV. For our entire cast of characters, for cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, I've been Tino Farah, and we will see you next time.